So as you can see here in Surah 74, Surah Al-Mudaththir, verse number 30, over it are 19. So before that, I'm looking at this bit here. So this word is another derivative of what I deem to be the same root connected to this word Salah. As you can see, Swad, Lam, Ya. Swad, Lam, Ya. So just a quick reminder before I go into this 19 and trying to understand this, what is being said here is definitely not roast, as I said. Yeah, if you remember the previous one, I will burn him. It's not burn, it's join, unite. So all of these derivatives, or these connected to this same root, it all seems to be union, joining, join, unite. 19 Malā'ika over Saqar and hellfire companions in Surah Al-Mudaththir. So after an elaboration about Saqar, a name for hellfire, the 19 Malā'ika designated over it as companions of the fire. This is the best that I've been able to understand this. A specified counted number. So I'm just going to read this, but I'll point to each of these bits. A specified counted number, purposefully placed as an appealing temptation. That's what it is. It's some kind of for the kafir, it's mesmerizing, or some kind of enchantment, some kind of, it's a fitna for them. That's what it is. It's a fitna for the kafir, for the blasphemers. For the believers, it's very different. This mentioning of this 19 is very different. But for the kafir, it's the opposite. They challenge, what does Allah mean by this? Why give this as an example? What does Allah mean by this example? Whereas Allah is saying that it's a specified counted number. So it's purposefully placed as an appealing temptation, a trial for the kafir, for the blasphemers, the astray, whose sick hearts will challenge Allah's intention about citing this, but a means of increasing faith and guidance to the secure believers of the Book of Allah, leaving no suspicion. This is the contrast. This is a very important contrast. Yep, so this is that big long verse. So everyone focuses on this, but I don't think everyone's got the next bit. Everyone focuses on this. Alayha tis'ata ashar. But I'm not sure whether people have quite grasped what the next verse says. So that's what I just put in bullet points here. So when I say there's 19 Malā'ika designated over it as companions of the fire, here is, we have appointed none but the Malā'ika as, well, it says wardens, but it's, friends, companions, basically, of the fire. What is the fire? That's the Saqar. Saqar is another name for this fire. Is it one of the 7 hells? Again, maybe for another time. And we cause their number. That's what it is. This is specified, this number is counted. Iddatahum is a specified counted number, purposefully placed as a fitna, as a temptation, as a trial. It's a fitna for who? For the kafir. It's a fitna for kafru, the blasphemers, for those who cover up the truth. The astray, as it says here. Where is the astray? These are the astray, yudwillu, whose sick hearts, where is that? Qulubihim, their hearts, sick, illness, there's a sickness in their hearts. Who? The kafir, who are astray. This is what is being said here. The astray, whose sick hearts will challenge Allah's intention about citing this number. What do they say? Whose hearts is sickness, and the unbelievers, the kafir, they may say, what did Allah intend by this example? Mithal. Mādha aradallahu. What did Allah want by this example? That's what it is. So, we can't know the answer to everything. As it said at the very beginning of time, when Allah's placing Adam on this earth, and the angels ask, will you place that which is going to cause bloodshed, cause corruption and bloodshed? Allah says, I know that which you do not know. So there's only a certain amount that we can know. So those who want to know everything, there is a certain characteristic behind the person who wants to know everything and questions everything and challenges everything. Whereas for us, the way we see the Quran, the believers, is that we see enough in there that gives us belief, and the rest of it, we say, as it is said in Surah number 3, verse 7, that, we believe in all of it, we accept all of it. We don't necessarily understand everything, and I don't think everyone is expected to understand everything. But who is it that questions this? This is the point I'm making. So it's the kafir, it's the sick-hearted, it's the astray that challenge Allah. What is Allah's intention about citing this number? So having said that bit, we soon afterwards arrive at what led the criminals into Saqar. So it goes further down. So now we skip about 10 verses. 41. These are the criminals. Yeah. Anil mujrimin. What led you into Saqar? What led the criminals into Saqar? They will respond. They will respond, we were not of al-musallin. The point of today's session, yeah, it's about salah in salah in hellfire, basically. That's what it looks like, right? But what is it? I'm showing that salah is basically joining, uniting. It's not prayer. So just like the emissaries that Allah sent to Lut alayhi salam, they did not join in eating that calf, the food. It's not that they did not pray. It's always join, unite, enjoin, or unite, or relate, or connect. So same thing here. It's not I will roast him in Saqar, I will join him. So there is a salah in Saqar. Yeah, but what is salah? It's join, it's unite, connect. So he will obviously be united in Saqar. He will be connected. He will unite in Saqar, essentially, yes. And why? That's more important. Why? Who is it that ends up in Saqar? This is the more important thing. Is it the one that did not pray the 5 times daily prayer? What led you into Saqar? We were not of the al-musallin. There it is again. Did not feed the poor. This is probably the number one part to salah. Honestly, I think this is the number one part to salah. Number one. Let me just quickly go back there. What I started off with my recitation this morning. And I know that it's almost against me to do this, what I'm doing right now. ثُمَّ الْجَحِيمُ صَلُّوا. Yeah. So he will be joined or united in al-jahim, in the blaze. Why? Did not feed the poor. Did not feed the poor. It's always that. This is almost the number one thing mentioned. Back to here again. And yet everyone's like obsessed with this 5 times traditional salah, and they want to defend it to their death, and they want to ignore how Allah's spoken of salah. It's madness. It's crazy. Okay, so what led you into Saqar? We were not of al-musallin. And what's the first thing mentioned? So who are the musallin? The musallin are clearly those who feed the poor. Okay, so I'll read the rest from here. Not we were from al-musallin, those in union relationship with Allah, and not we were from those who fed the poor. And we were wading mindlessly with the waders. So again, I won't focus on any of this. And we used to deny the day of debt repayment, Yawmuddin. We used to deny the day of judgment, basically. So that's al-musallin. So al-musallin in al-muddathir are therefore the opposite. Those who feed the poor. Those who avoid wading mindlessly with the waders. those who affirm the day of debt repayment.
Yeah, do you think it's a coincidence that the company Apple's logo is the bitten apple, the representation of original sin that was instigated by Iblis, the leader of all the evil jinn and shayateen? It's not a coincidence. Look, now they're introducing what? Apple Intelligence, AI. A is the number 1, and I is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I is the number 9, 19. And the Quran mentions whenever it links up 19 to Jahannam, alayha 19, 19 angels guarding over it, and Jahannam is fire. Now we have to be very careful, because now the chip that is inside the iPhone 16 is the A18 chip, and I believe once it hits the A19 chip, something very special from the AI world is going to be happening. It's going to be the type of chip that's so powerful that maybe will be the introduction of Dajjal and the zuhur or appearance of Dajjal. Because what is ultimately, jinn is made from a smokeless fire. What's a smokeless fire? What's a fire that doesn't have smoke? Electricity. It's a charge. And what carries these charge in these chips? It's a silica. It's a grain of sand, and that's their preferred environment. I mean, the Prophet hinted to us when he said shayateen run through our bloodstream, and our blood carries what? A negative charge. So they want to control the world through these chips, through these devices. You input commands, they're translated into zeros and ones, and the jinn take them and bring you back the results on the screen.